Today, Matthew and I will be making our Super Bowl prediction of the San Francisco 49ers against the Kansas City Chiefs on the NFL Today. The 49ers and the Chiefs. First, I'll talk about the 49ers offense. 49ers offense led by George Kittle.
Garoppolo fires. It is caught. Still on his feet is Kittle with a big play and the stiff arm. George Kittle. Flags fly. He's down to the 30. What a run by George Kittle. Taking on everybody, but the penalty is huge. There are multiple flags. It would be a 39.
He had a mouse. He had another 1,000-yard receiving season. He's basically unstoppable. They also have Jimmy Garoppolo is a decent NFL quarterback. He hasn't been asked to do a lot, but there are times this year when he has thrown for 300 to 400 yards in certain games, depending on the situation. They can run the football, Mostert and Breida. Wide receivers, Emmanuel Sanders, a good pickup from the Broncos mid-season, and Deebo Samuel, who's one of their draft picks, who's coming into his own. KC defense has had trouble at times stopping the run, so I think the 49ers' potent run offense can take advantage of that. On the flip side, the Kansas City Chiefs' offense is led by Mahomes, who had 50 touchdowns in 2018, won MVP. This year he missed some time, but he had a wonderful season as well when he played. He just came back from a 24-0 deficit against the Houston Texans in the playoffs, and they end up winning the game by 20, which was unbelievable. He's got a lot of weapons. He's got Kelsey, fine tight end, just like Kittle. Tyreek Hill, who's as fast as anybody in the league as a wideout. Sammy Watkins, well-rounded wide receiver, who played once upon a time in Buffalo and the LA Rams. Their running game is, I don't even know, Matthew, you tell me who the running game is.
Damian Williams.
Damian Williams, that tells you how much they run the football.
You forgot about Mecole Hardman as a special threat.
Oh, Mecole Hardman's fast. He had about 20 yards per catch. I think he caught about 30 passes, and he was almost at 600 yards. Had a good season.
Yes.
All right, Matthew, do you want to do your turns before we make our predictions?
Okay, sure.
All right, here we go. He's handing me the camera. High tech here.
All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of a quick backstory. Patrick Mahomes was drafted in the first round of the 2017 NFL Draft.
The blue lady! He's hot! 2nd and 10 as that Tennessee defense drops back. As Long who tried to make a diving tip, and Mahomes who tiptoes inside the 10. Still not down. Oh, what a run! Out of this world!
Everyone was thinking, why? Why draft a quarterback as the Chiefs did? And
Because they had who?
because they had Alex Smith, who was a good quarterback that led them to the playoffs the year before. But I think I know what they were thinking. Alex Smith was getting old. So they were like, oh, we need a guy to replace him. Let's draft Mr. Patrick Mahomes. So Mahomes spent 15 out of 16 games in the his rookie season on the bench because they didn't really need him. And Alex Smith had actually one of the best years of his career, throwing for over 4,000 yards. And correct me if I'm wrong, actually, in the comments, if he didn't throw for 4,000 yards. But Mahomes played the last game against the Broncos. Had a decent game, threw a pick, had 2 touchdowns, and looked decent. No one going into the 2018 NFL season was expecting Mahomes to be explosive as he was. 50 touchdowns. 50 touchdowns in his second year.
Only been done 3 times in NFL history.
Done by Mr. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning,
Holmes.
and now Patrick Mahomes. So the Chiefs ended up going very deep into the playoffs. They had the number 1 seed. They went 12-4, but lost to the almighty defending AFC champion New England Patriots, who ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. Now on to how this year happened. Mahomes got hurt a little bit, still managed to play and throw 26 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. And I really think he's a beast. Now going on to the 49ers side for a little bit of a backstory. Jimmy Garoppolo was drafted in the 2nd round by the New England Patriots, spent all his years behind Tom Brady, except for 2016, 3 years behind Tom Brady. In 2016, he actually got a chance to start because Brady got suspended for the Deflategate scandal.
Which is crap. Go ahead.
Yes, it was most definitely crap. And Garoppolo played good. Unfortunately, he did get hurt, actually. He unfortunately did get hurt in that game, and then Jacoby Brissett came in, and you know the whole story. Patriots won the Super Bowl. The next year later, the Patriots traded Jimmy Garoppolo to the San Francisco 49ers for a second-round pick.
And why did they trade him there?
They traded him to the 49ers because Belichick wanted him to be in good hands. Especially Kyle Shanahan, Mike Shanahan's son. But that's why that would make more sense as why he didn't trade him to Cleveland. He would have got his ass kicked in Cleveland. I'm telling you, wouldn't he?
Yeah, Cleveland is bad. They're a train wreck.
Even with Baker Mayfield. Well, but that's another story.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about the Browns.
All right. So then, the 49ers did decent in the end of the 2017 season, going like 6-10 or 7-9.
He played 4 games, and I think he won all of them.
Yeah, and then in 2018, Jimmy Garoppolo started showing off his strut, and then unfortunately tore his ACL against the Chiefs actually in week like I think it was like 4 or something.
Something like that. It's early.
And the 49ers just flat out sucked afterwards without Jimmy Garoppolo. They had Mullins and CJ
Blaine Gabbert.
No, not Gabbert. It was Mullins, Jared Mullins, and CJ Beathard.
Okay, well, just as bad as Blaine Gabbert.
But they were with those guys. So then they ended up getting a first-round pick and drafting, probably maybe defensive rookie of the year, Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa's brother. So I think that definitely shows that the 49ers defense has gotten stronger and stronger, along with Eric Armstead and D Ford, the pickup. Unfortunately, everyone knows what D Ford did last year. Mr. Step Off Sides cost the Chiefs
against his old team, though. Maybe he can
Get
atone
revenge.
for it.
Maybe he can get revenge and beat his own team. Old team. Alright, so now we're going to get into our picks.
Wait, one more thing, too. It's the Alex Smith Bowl. Who's Alex Smith rooting for in this game?
Both. Oh, it's also the Joe Montana Bowl.
Joe Montana will be rooting for the 49ers. Okay.
Well,
Alex Smith
could've-
split his time.
Yeah, Smith was good with San Francisco. And yet he was drafted again before Aaron Rodgers, which didn't make any sense at the time.
Okay, do you want to do your pick first?
Alright,
Then
my
I'll do mine?
pick. I think San Francisco is going to win this game 35-28 because I just think that they're the better team. I think they're going to rush. They're going to rush. They're going to rush. Rush and keep rushing and rushing versus
Mahomes.
Mahomes and run their ball on them because
Run the ball.
run the ball because I'm sorry, my eyes are itchy.
That's
okay,
all I
so
can. Just having a hard time. That's all. I feel bad.
I got an eyelash probably. In
That's
my
all right, guys. Eyelash time. I could continue on.
So, and I think Mostar and Breida are going to be running off those teams. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they set like a Super Bowl record, both of them getting 100 yards in the game.
That'll be difficult. Okay, so 35-28.
Now it's time for Dad.
Where did my ball go?
You gave it to me.
Oh, okay. Roll back. At least I caught it. All right, Dad's pick. Matthew mentioned it earlier about Kyle Shanahan being the coach. I'm a huge fan of Kyle Shanahan because his father, Mike Shanahan, did coach the Broncos in the 90s and the 2000s. They won a couple of Super Bowls with him. The style of football, the run the football, the play action fake, the control the clock is what Mike Shanahan was best at. They won the Super Bowl against Green Bay because of that style with Terrell Davis. Not that Terrell Davis plays for the 49ers. He doesn't, but they do have a good running game. I have so much respect for Kansas City and Mahomes. Mahomes is an outstanding quarterback, MVP. And this is a very, very difficult game for me to pick because I think both teams are worthy of being champions. But ultimately, I'm going to pick the 49ers to win. I think that rush Matthew was talking about with Bosa and Armstead and D Ford will put enough pressure on Mahomes and keep him in the pocket just enough. And they'll run the ball a little bit better than KC to win this football game. 31-24 San Francisco.
Do you win a square?
I hope I win a square. I don't know if I have 4-1. We'll have to look.
Alright, thank you guys for watching this video, and just to let you know, this video is not sponsored by the NFL, Wilson, the Kansas City Chiefs, the San Francisco 49ers, John Elway, and everything in this room that you see. Everything is not sponsored. Thank you guys for watching.